Thank you very much so, and thank you Dennis and George and everyone here for their leadership and their commitment. It's been quite remarkable how long we've been working on this. I believe this, as Dennis said, back to 2007. Step by step, ideas, suggestions, and yet here we are again today. When we were in this room last October, I represent Sacramento. 41% of the mortgages in Sacramento district were underwater. And Sacramento ranked as one of the nation's highest foreclosure rates. Since October, my colleagues and I have met with FHA Acting Director Edward DeMarco, HUD Secretary Sean Donovan. And still, today, 41% of the mortgages in my district are underwater, and still, Sacramento ranks among the highest of the nation's foreclosure rates. We need immediate and substantive action on housing. And the action we expect will not come in the form of a multi-state settlement that does not hold banks accountable for unscrupulous behavior. The state of California and some other states have yet to complete their investigations into the mortgage scams and crimes. That is why we're here today. And that's why we're asking for a meeting with President Obama to discuss real housing initiatives. What we've been talking about for the last 4 years that will help responsible homeowners in California and across the nation. I was very pleased to hear the President talk about housing last night in the State of the Union address. I agree, homeowners should not have to wait until the housing market hits the bottom for relief. It is my hope that the plan he puts forth to Congress will provide real solutions to help homeowners stay in their homes. Our constituents have been through enough. The past misconduct of banks is inexcusable, and it's time that they finally step up and assist homeowners and not give our constituents the limelight. Most of us here are very privy now to the stories of our constituents, more than perhaps they wanted to share, about their lives, about what happened with their homes, their children, their husbands, their community. This is something that we are very, very passionate about because we live with our constituents. We see them in the grocery store, in the post office. We see them. And they come up to us and they feel very much that they wouldn't have ever done this before, but they're pleading. They're pleading. We have to step up. We have to step up. Last week, my office was working with a constituent named Bobby. She applied for a mortgage modification with a bank in March of last year. And over the course of 10 months, she experienced which only described as the worst of bureaucratic customer service. After months of applying for modification, Bobby was assigned 3 different customer support representatives within a month, each of which promised to serve as a dedicated home preservation specialist. At the same time, Bobby's home was foreclosed upon. Bobby did not receive return phone calls from these so-called specialists and was asked, as my colleague said, to call back next week numerous times. Last week, after 10 months of fighting with her bank, Bobby received notice that her home will be auctioned next month. That is why we are here.